Hello everyone and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist. Today we are looking at a moment of profound national significance for Nigeria. What you are about to see is a live footage of the body of the former President Muhammadu Buhari arriving at the Katsina Airport just ahead of his burial in his hometown, Daura. Now, this isn't just a clip of a plane landing. This is a moment packed with symbolism, honor, and a quiet display of political continuity. We are talking about a man who was both a military general and a two-term civilian president. In these few minutes of footage, you will see the convergence of military. So pay close attention. Let's watch the moment as it unfolds. Take a watch.
Set into the same hospital for medical attention, and now he got out, but the former president didn't. What we're saying now is pictures, live pictures, of course, right on the tarmac of the Yorodua International Airport in Katsina.
You can imagine what is going on inside that aircraft.
I can imagine. And it's going to be who we carry, who is not to touch, who to touch. Yeah. And it's a battle between who owns this body.
There's no dispute.
No. So
there's no dispute.
So get me right. What I mean is that Buhari is now, for a lot of people, he has so many parts.
Yeah.
The military, the Nigerian state, the Katsina authorities, the federal government, the family. So it's going to be a role that a lot of people would like to play. Yeah, so that's why I say it's a battle, because everyone wants to have their own
taste of the action.
Don't forget, you were the one who reminded us how everyone wants to have a feel of the late Yorodua.
But at this point, we did say that the body is the property of the Nigerian government.
And at this point,
he's coming out now.
There we go.
So here we see live pictures of the body of late President Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, being conveyed down that Nigerian Air Force aircraft. It wasn't in the cargo hold, it was in the cabin of that Nigerian Air Force aircraft, and is being brought down, draped in the Nigerian flag by officials of the Nigerian military. It's been brought down very solemnly, very respectfully, very dignified, in the most dignified manner, down the stairwell of this aircraft to the waiting reception of dignitaries on the ground. Amongst them is President Bola Tinubu, who arrived moments earlier, just in time to receive the body of the late president. These are live pictures coming to you from the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Airport in Katsina State.
I think it's good to point out at this point that it's a thing of dignity that they put the body inside the cabin, not in the cargo hold.
Mm-hmm.
That's
also one of the things that for those who, I remember when the former governor of Ondo State died, and transporting bodies, usually the size of the aircraft with the timing. So some aircrafts we cannot take bodies within the passenger sitting area.
Now we can see, who can we see there? Sean, sorry to interrupt you, but I think we can see some dignitaries already leaving the foot of the aircraft, perhaps approaching towards where President...
Imagine that the governor, Diko
Rada would have been at the foot of the aircraft, but clearly they will be approaching or going straight now to meet President...
members of the Presidential Special Committee for the burial of the former president.
And that would mean that the body has been deposited in the car.
In a vehicle.
Yeah.
And they're making their way to where the official ceremonies will take place, because we know that that flag, there's a military farewell that would take place for the body paying their last respects. We know that that flag that was draped over the coffin will have to be folded very carefully and given to the Buhari family as a mark of gratitude for the life of service that President Muhammadu Buhari, give to this country, both as military head of state and also as one of the civilian president-elected. You can see the military chiefs are there. You can see Oluyede, who's the chief of army staff. I believe that also the General C.J. Musa will also be the chief of defense staff. But we could see very clearly by his build. I'm trying to make out people by the build.
All right, there is so much to unpack there. And the news commentators touched on some key points, but let's break it down from our own perspective here at Oba's Trending Gist. First, let's talk about dignity and respect. The commentators rightly pointed out that the casket was inside the main cabin of the Nigerian Air Force jet, not in the cargo hold. This is incredibly significant. It signifies that the former commander-in-chief was being flown home on his final journey as a passenger of honor, surrounded by people, not treated as luggage. It's the highest form of respect the state can accord him in transit. Secondly, the overwhelming military presence. You have to remember, before he was President Buhari, he was General Buhari. The military is not just performing a duty here. They are bearing one of their own. The precision of the pallbearers, the crisp uniforms of the military chiefs waiting on the tarmac, it all reinforces that his identity as a soldier is central to his final rites. The Nigerian flag draped over the casket is the ultimate symbol. He served under that flag. He led the country represented by that flag, and in death, the nation through that flag covers him. That flag will eventually be folded meticulously and presented to his next of kin, a powerful and emotional military tradition. Now, for the most critical point, which is the political symbolism. We saw President Bola Tinubu had arrived just moments earlier to receive the body. This is not a small detail. This is a powerful, non-verbal statement about the continuity of Nigerian state. President Tinubu is on ground. In a democracy, this is a beautiful thing to see. It shows that the office of the president is respected regardless of who holds it. The state continues uninterrupted. Finally, the commentators talked about a battle over who owns the body. I see it less as a battle and more as a convergence. In this moment, President Buhari belongs to everyone and to no one, all at once. He belongs to a Nigerian state, which is why he gets a state-sanctioned burial with the full force of its symbolism. He belongs to the military, which is why they are taking the lead in the ceremony with full honor. He belongs to Katsina State and the people of Daura, which is why he is being returned to his ancestral home for burial, connecting him to his roots. And finally, he belongs to his family, who are grieving a husband, a father, and a grandfather. This single event encapsulates the entire life of a complex national figure. It is a somber, reflective, and highly orchestrated farewell that tells a story of service, power, and heritage. It is a powerful final journey. It is a powerful final journey for a man who shaped Nigeria for decades. What are your thoughts on the ceremony and its symbolism? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out when we break down the stories shaping our world. I am Oba, and I'll see you in the next one.